Hi, this is John from FlatCatGear, and we are in the North Pole in Alaska. It is minus 38 degrees out. It's a little around 12 o'clock. I think the sun's just at the peak for the day. We'll be looking at the Ocelot Fire Maple Ajax kit. Snow leopard mounted.
You don't need a lantern?
Huh?
Sorry, you don't need a lighter?
No. All right. We're going to start this off and set a timer going and see how long it takes to boil 1 liter of water. Okay, it took about 12 minutes to boil. One of the problems, we're at minus 38, and so the stove gets cold, so you have to douse it with regular water to keep it boiling. But it's working great. Come see us at www.FlatCatGear.com. So let's talk about the testing for a bit. One, I wanted to test because it was minus 38. Actually, it was minus 38 in the car, but if you look at the weather app, it was minus 42. So the claim everybody's been making is propane remains a gas down to minus 40 degrees F, which is absolutely true. But what happens is when you start pulling gas out of the stove, it starts to cool. And so what happens is the pressure starts dropping. So I was running this test, and yes, I was able to get a boil. But one of the ways I did it was I could hear that the burn volume with the burn rate was going down. So I poured water over the canister, and then you could hear it all of a sudden increase the burn rate because the fuel was expanding. And so I think it's really a myth. The reality is propane may stay a gas down to minus 40, but when you start bleeding off gas, it's not going to work. So an isobutane canister probably is good to minus 30, minus 35, somewhere in that range. The other thing you could do is you can put the canister in a bucket of water, but that kind of defeats the purpose because you're melting snow to create water, and it's probably you don't have excess water to use as a water bath. So what it shows is the system works. The reason why it took so long was a canister. The canister just wasn't able to put out enough pressure. Now, keep in mind, this is also a regulated stove. This is the Pocket Rocket 2. Which is regulated. It's supposed to be able to work down to low pressures, but you can see at minus 40, it's just game over. I mean, you really have to do a lot of work. Now, let me tell you something else. Minus 40 is insanely cold. I was out there doing the test. It took about 15 minutes to get a boil, and I had fleece on. I had a down jacket. I had my winter jacket. I had a merino wool hat. I got a hood. Everything else. I had heavy boots, wool socks, snow pants, a whole bit. After 12, 15 minutes, I was freezing. And so I had to just get back in the car, so it was so cold. So when people tell you they're out camping at minus 40, they are crazy. So anyway, come visit us at www.FlatCatGear.com.